Welcome once again to my channel. Now let's look at what we have here on the board. We have to solve for x in the equation 3x squared plus 10x minus 8 equals to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation, and whenever you're asked to solve for the value of x, it means, in other words, you're asked to solve for the solution, or you're asked to look for the solution to that equation. You get? So now let's get started. Here's the solution to this problem. Now, what we have is um, 3x squared plus 10x minus 8 equal to 0. Now, when you have to look for the solution, or when you have to solve for x, you can use any method concerning this quadratic equation. That means you can use any method of solving quadratic equation, either by factorization, by completing the square method, by formula method, or even graphical method. You can use any of them. So here we are going to use the factorization method to solve for the value of x. So I'll indicate using the factorization method. Now, what we have is 3x squared plus 10x minus 8 equal to 0. Now, if you observe the coefficient of x squared, coefficient means the number that is attached to the unknown. So, the coefficient of x squared, this is x squared. This is x squared. The coefficient of x squared is the number attached to x squared. So the coefficient is 3. So whenever the coefficient of x squared is greater than 1 or is more than 1, whenever the coefficient of x squared is greater than 1, we will use that coefficient to multiply the last term or the constant term. You use this 3 to multiply 8. So 3 times, what we have here is minus 8. We always work with the sign. So minus 8. 3 times minus 8 will give us minus 24. Now, we are going to look for the factors of minus 24, that if we multiply those two factors, we are going to have, if we multiply those two terms, those factors, like we multiply them, we are going to have minus 24, and when we add the two factors or subtract them, we are going to have positive 10x. So now let's look at the factors of minus 24. Now minus 24, factors of minus 24 can be, let's say, factors of minus 24. These factors can either be minus 1 and 24 itself, because minus 1 times 24 will always give us minus 24 or negative 24. Another one that can go also is minus 2 and 12, because minus 2 times 12 will give us minus 24. Another one that can still go is minus 3 and 8, because minus 3 times 8 will give us minus 24. You're seeing? Now another one can still be coming down if we wish. You get 6 and 4 can also go also. 6 and 4, let's say minus 4 and 6 can also go. But now take note, all of these are factors of minus 24. But we are looking for that factor, that same factor that gave us minus 24, that particular factor also will give us positive 10x. That means if I should add or subtract that particular factor, I'm still going to have plus 10x. So now let's look. Minus 1 and 24, minus 1 times 24 is minus 24. Minus 1 plus 24 is 23, which is not equal to 10. So we are not working with this. Now let's come minus 2 and 12. Minus 2 times 12 will give us minus 24. Minus 2 plus 12 will give us 10. Minus 2 plus 10 will give us 10. So this is the factor. Now, minus 3 times 8 will give us minus 24. Minus 3 plus 8 is 5. It's not equal to 10. So we are not working with this also. Now, minus 4 and 6. Minus 4 times 6 will give us 24. but minus 4 plus 6 will not give us 10. So it's not also the one we are going to work with. So if you observe this particular one, when we multiply the two of them, we have minus 24. And when we still add or subtracted these two, we have our middle term, which is 10. You get? So we are going to work with these two. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to attach x to them. So we are working with minus 2 of 12. So we are going to have 3x squared. Since we have minus 2, let's say, let's bring the positive, let's take the positive one first. That will be plus 12. So we always attach x to them. Minus 2x minus this other 2. And then here now will be minus 8. You are not taking minus 24 equal to 0. Now we have how many terms? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we are going to group them. We're going to have 3x squared plus 12x, one bracket, bring out this minus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. Now 3x squared, 3x is common because 3x can go here, 3x can also go here. So we factor out 3x, which is the common factor. What will be left here is x plus, what will be left here is what? 4. Because 3x times x give us 3x here, 3x times positive 4 give us 12. Now what's common here is 2. Because 2 can go into 2x, 2 can also go into 8. So you bring out the common factor. What will be left here is what? X plus 4 equal to 0. Because minus 2 times x give us minus 2x, minus 2 times 4 give us minus 8. Now, if you observe, this bracket is the same thing here. So you are going to take these two that are outside in one bracket. We're going to have this 3x here minus 2 will be in one bracket. And among the two, we can just take any of them. X plus 4 equal to 0. Now, some persons might stop here. But if you stop here, you are wrong. What we just did here is to factorize them. But we are not asked to factorize. We are asked to solve for x. We are going to look for a solution. So since two of them are multiplied, it is either um, 3x minus 2 is equal to 0, either 3x minus 2 equal to 0, or x plus 4 will be equal to 0. Is that 3x minus 2 equal to 0, or x plus 4 will be equal to 0? So we'll solve for x. So from this one, we are going to have 3x to be equal to 2 will cross over, negative 2 will cross, have a positive 2, or x will be equal to positive 4 will cross over to have a negative 4. Now to have the value of x here, we are going to divide both sides by what? The coefficient of x. I say coefficient is that number attached to the unknown, which is what? 3. I will divide here by 3, divide here by 3. 3 will cancel out. X will be equal to 2 over 3, or x will be equal to minus 4. Now, these are the two actual solutions to this quadratic equation. Now, one of the solutions is 2 over 3, while another one is what? Minus 4. And these are the value of x that will satisfy this equation. All you have to do is like this video, comment on this video. Always don't forget to always follow me up and subscribe to this channel. See you in my next class. Bye bye.